So there could be many different ways I could tell you about this, but I thought this was like the most direct and obvious way of doing so. The file I have highlighted is my practice save file, and seeing as it's higher, or at a higher point than the save file I've been using for the series, you can tell I've been practicing. But I guess enough about that. Let us dive in. I may or may have not forgot. Wait, no. So I think I've forgotten, like, where we're at the whole character roster thing. Though I think, it, like, I think as an odd, because it is a number, we are, this is this Tinsey's second episode. But yeah, as you could probably tell, there were a few things I didn't practice. A few of the more notable ones being, the treasure chase levels as well. Let's just say that these next few are hard. I definitely get the feeling that the ninth one is going to be interesting, so why not just let it... like, why not just leave myself blind on that one? Not to mention the whole fact that I stated that I wasn't going to, practice what we get from doing all of those, so it's sort of like, why would I? Sort of thing. Okay, yeah, right, definitely should have done that better. Definitely, and, I'm not sure if this is like a going to be classed as a humble brag, but I was planning on not going for the trophy times for the time attacks, but I ended up getting all of them anyways, so you know, make of that what you will. And actually getting into the level itself, I realized that this might just be my favorite level in this world. There is the fact that you can make yourself tiny, and that has a knock-on effect for the rest of the level, meaning that there's things you can miss out on if you don't go mini. Which I just find amazing. Because it's like, just like... what? What type of level does that? And another thing we might get into this episode, the time attack is really fucking good. Like, if I was considering to get into the individual level speedrun scene of this game, I'd probably consider doing this level out of any level. So yeah, that element of the whole practice thing was nice. Like, was something I enjoyed. As I did get to discover a few things about this game. For better or for worse. kind of hoping that we don't dive into the or worse part in this recording session. Just gonna leave it at that. But I do suppose that it will have to be a point of the game we have to get through eventually, especially since it is coming up pretty soon. So, going to try my best to avoid being overly negative in that video, hopefully. But yeah, at the point I'm at in practice, I only have one world left to do. And it's that world. So, yeah. Not at all kind of pleased about that, and I'm not sure if this is a nook you can get into while big, but I didn't know that this... Like, I kind of assumed that you couldn't get up here. Actually, can I hit that? Okay, yes, I can. Hitboxes are broken, as we discussed numerous times during the series. Words, things, topics. I've got too many topics to think about. Wait. Why am I 5 looms short? At what point did I miss 5 looms? I mean, I'll take it. Can finally break out the Sonic Unleashed formula or format. Like, you know, 17 episodes in. Kinda assumed I wasn't going to need it, but I mean, also, yeah, I guess probably wasn't the best idea to base the fact or the need of the, I guess requirement, I suppose, that I might need to practice off of a single recording session when I may that I was drunk for, or tipsy for. But I mean, the performance in the beginning part of this world, certainly was enough for me to just go, hey, maybe I should just practice. Maybe. And yeah, boss fight. So yeah, for most boss fights, there's a run-up period, and then we get into, or I guess most boss fights in this part of the game. Can I get that? Okay, I really wanted that coin. Because I'm fairly sure we can reach the amount we need for the loom medal before we get to the boss fight part of the boss fight. It's probably probably wanted to go, like, get the Loom King before going to the other path, but you know. Hindsight is 2021. But yeah, I guess I don't really need to explain it. Oh, yeah, that thing. Do you know what? Yeah, I thought that was gonna happen. But at least now I get another chance at that Loom King. Because that is what I wanted the most. I guess not really. 5 looms. That is how much I will be missing. I mean, I guess I shouldn't loom over looms, so, you know. If I actually want to make progress, that is. Also, I guess touching on a topic I brought up a few recording sessions ago. I want to say it was like recently-ish enough. But I don't know why I didn't consider using this as a replacement. Since I've been looking, like, kinda wanted to experiment with different ways to make coffee, or I guess iced coffee more specifically. And turns out soy milk might have been the right answer, maybe. I say that as I have a iced coffee that was made with soy milk instead of just regular milk. Only because, of course, like before I could as I mentioned before, I could taste the milk when it was beginning to get bad, and even just certain brands of milk I could just taste more so than others, and say you're a person who might like the taste of coffee, it's not the best feeling when you can taste coffee and then the thing that is brought up, like, that just appears is the milk. And do I have enough time for that? No, okay. But I mean, for the few days where, like, if, I suppose, I guess the right time for the milk, like, I had a perfect solution for it. I had a mixture that I used that I liked, but again, like I said, I'm still willing to experiment on it, just because coffee-wise, I'm not selling for just okay. And I guess I forgot about that move. Just too fucking occupied talking about coffee. Because, like, okay, that works. Didn't think of that as a thing. Because, like, sometimes I just am still half asleep when I'm making my iced coffee. I make a few mistakes, and sometimes I kind of pay for that. Like, sometimes I would add too much coffee, I would add too much honey, I would leave the machine I used to mix it all together, well, I would leave it in the mixing machine for like a little bit too long, so it would just end up feeling like a thing. Words. Thick shake. Yeah. Because, like, I'm not sure if this is normal, but I actually use a milkshake mixer to make my iced coffees. Which again, I'm not sure if like if okay, thank you. It's a little bit worried there for a second. What was I talking about? Coffee? Coffee? Coffee. Yeah. And I guess the great thing about, look, the thing I've noticed specifically about soy milk is that for me, it kinda tastes like the milk tubs you would find in hotels/motels. So it's like, oh, interesting. So, I'm not exactly sure how much time we would have to do the time attacks and do the I'll go back for the Loom Medal and still flowing. But I mean, I guess I can give it a shot. Not to mention, I guess, not to mention, in the drink I'm using, in the drink I'm having currently, this soy milk has taken, like, backseat for, like, a little bit. Like, somewhat, I mean, I can still taste that, I can still taste the difference, sort of thing, but I would rather that than just being able to tell that, hey, something's wrong with the milk? I should probably not. Was that like billet bill rules? As in, if you stand too close to them, you just, they just don't fire? Is it? Like, was it? Because that is something. So I guess, like, while I have, I guess while we're on the topic of speed of the time attacks loosely, I'm not entirely sure why the game doesn't give you a heart when you restart the level after, after doing the thing, or like after finishing a level, and then going back and doing that. Because if you exit the level and then come back in, it's like, oh, you had a heart? Okay, just gonna give you your heart back. Whereas, if you do it from the menu, or from the restart, it's like, oh, you didn't have a heart? What are you talking about? I mean, I used to think that it was just, the game will put you back at the point you were at when you first started the level, so if you had a heart going into the level, you would have a heart, but if you didn't, you just wouldn't. But no, that's not the case. Kind of thinking that might just very well be a Steam-specific version. Because, while the Steam version might look good, it's not the most polished version. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Editing OTs here, cutting in real quick. I was curious and I wanted to see if the whole heart thing getting lost upon doing a restart of a level was just a Steam quirk, or if it was in other versions. So I broke out my Wii version, and I did a level, and turns out that it's not just a Steam quirk, as the Wii version has it too. Although, that being said, that doesn't really prove anything, because that's just two versions. I would use more, or like, try and get cases of other copies, as there's numerous other versions of this game. But I only have 3, and I'm not really willing to see how the third one works, so yeah. But anyway, apologize for breaking up this with footage that looks terrible. The Steam version standards. Back to the episode at hand. Because, something I haven't mentioned is that, whenever I go to, or whenever I want to exit the game, just by quitting the game the normal way, the thing in the menu that says quit game, like, the menu option that says quit game takes you back to the title screen, but there you can't quit the game. You have to press A and then press B, which I mean, like, yeah, you would have to like advance a menu and then use the you would have to use the option in the next menu that said quit game, which I just kind of find annoying, because it's just like it says quit game, so why am I not quitting the game? Which, I mean, I guess is an odd complaint, considering that I can just like close out the menu, or close out the window, and close the game from Steam. But like, I don't like doing that. Also, speaking about Steam, I finally found out how to disable Steam, or to disable the Steam controller setting. So now, there should be no longer interruptions from Steam. Although, I guess that will mean that there's no longer going to be like any funny moments from that, I suppose. Why am I doing this? This is like the most convoluted way of finishing this level. Why am I doing it? Probably should do this better next time. And I'm kind of getting the feeling of, like, at the end of this, include or have a bonus video where I go back, or where I show me doing all of, I guess, me showing the time attack runs, time attack trophy runs, I suppose, just because I want to. I kind of feel like it. And kind of wish their speedrun would like start down here. But I mean, that's just me. Because like, this beginning is very not interesting. Like, just because of the whole, like, yeah, waiting for 6 seconds for no good reason. Didn't know I could climb that. Oh, cling onto that, I suppose. Sure. Let's go this way. I'm not sure if it is going to be the fastest time. Could even just say outright that I have no idea what the fastest route is for this. Although I kind of get the feeling that just taking the more riskier paths would net you the faster options. Maybe? Maybe. Like, that seems to make sense. So I guess getting back onto the whole fact that I've actually practiced ahead, I found some interesting wall jump things, so if I can remember where they are, I get to show you those off. Yep, the fucking scatterbrain naughties. Something I've actually started doing in practice, because of the whole time attack thing, is just like just exiting out of the level after finishing it and then going back in. Because I mean, yes, you can normally get a heart near the beginning of the level, it's just that from what I've experienced, what? Yeah, what I've experienced, the like hearts tend not to be on the path, and sometimes just taking a detour out to get one is very not fun. Probably would not be the best idea to use this as what if there was something down there that I'm... Oh, right. Shit. Just remembered that there's a coin I missed. It's like somewhat out of the way, but I think I remember where it is. Interesting. If I remember right, it's near the end with the whole pill, or like, with the... Oh wait, there was a coin down there that I missed too. There should also be a coin near the current pool that we had to dodge around. Just trying not to spaghetti. Yeah, like around this area, there should be one there. Okay. It makes for a good... this level makes for a good speedrun. I suppose it didn't really show that off too well here. But again, just down to the fact that there's like 2 ways to go about this level. And so, next episode, we begin the next world. Grumbling Grottos. But before then and there, we still have to, you know, do this level again, but with 5 extra looms. So, I'll see you there. I'll see you then. So I think maybe because it's a level I like, I might just break all like sense of tradition and just like redo this level now for beginning next episode. Who knows? But until then, that is when I'll see you. And he's still flowing, but with, you know, the looms I need.